welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making tomato soup from scratch. I found a recipe on Pinterest that I'm going to be using, so if y'all see me looking down, that's kind of like what I'm referencing. My laptop is right here and I'll be using that to see exactly what to do and what steps to follow. So it says start with 2 tablespoons of oil or butter. I think I'm probably going to do oil. And it doesn't even say what type of oil, so I'm probably going to use extra virgin olive oil. Let me get my olive oil. So this is my extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to be using. It says 1 diced onion. I won't be using any onions in this recipe because I don't like onions. 4 garlic cloves. It says mince them up, but I'm going to just get the cloves ready. So I have them still in the cloves here, but I'm going to separate them right now. So I have my 4 garlic cloves here. Keep falling out my hand. It then calls for 1 teaspoon of dried Italian seasoning. I'm going to grab that out the cabinet. So I got the Italian seasoning. Calls for a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Let me grab the flour. Got the flour container here. Got my tomatoes sitting here. Have to chop them up and get them prepped. Then it says 2 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth. I think I might use vegetable broth for this. So I got the vegetable broth here. A teaspoon of salt and pepper. Got the pepper, got the salt. Need to refill this one. Then it says you can add basil, bacon, croutons, or a drizzle of heavy cream on top. I might do the basil because I grabbed that. The croutons, I have some in the pantry. I'll put those on later when it's time to eat it. And then the heavy cream I also might mix in there too, because heavy cream does make a huge difference. So I'm gonna leave the heavy cream in the fridge, but I'm gonna grab it at the end and I'm gonna have to reset y'all up over on the stove because it says that I need to get everything bubbling, boiling, and going. So I think I'm gonna put the camera there, the laptop right here next to the camera so I can look to my left. Then I'm gonna be cooking right here. So yeah, let me get y'all set up. So I'm starting with the garlic first. Just gonna cut these up. So like I was saying, the first step calls for the oil and the onions to be sauteed for 5 minutes. I'm not using onions, so we're skipping that sauteed the onions step. I'm gonna put the oil in this pan here, and I'm gonna cook in the minced garlic and the entire seasoning. It tells me not to burn the garlic, so I gotta definitely stay here and pay close attention. So yep, let me get this going. It says on the medium heat too. I'm not gonna turn the eye on until I get my measurements all set up. So So here's the little measuring cups I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start with the 2 tablespoons. So the oil's done for. Put the garlic in there. And the Italian seasoning was 1 teaspoon. I'm gonna open it up like this so I can stick my teaspoon in there. So this is the teaspoon measurement. And I'm gonna just stick that in there, dust it off like that, and put it in here. Cap that back. If it'll go on there. Set that to the side. And before I cut the eye on, this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna mix this up. So I'll put it on. Probably put it on like 3, because this is an electric stove and it likes to burn stuff. So put that on 3. Calls for 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. In here I already have like a little measuring spoon, which is actually a tablespoon already. So this is my measurement of flour that I need, and I'm gonna just take this out and set it to the side so I have it. About to cut up the tomatoes now. I cut the ends off of them and rinsed them before I got to cutting them all the way. So yeah, I gotta make sure I don't knock my flour over right here either. So it said just chop the tomatoes. So I'm assuming that I'm probably gonna dice them, just in case they gotta be like down, like broken down. Yeah, that'll probably be good enough for me right here for the tomatoes. Let me get something to mix this with actually. Once I get done cutting up my tomatoes, I'm gonna move on to the next step. Take the skin off. This is actually starting to like boil a little bit now. So I'm gonna swish it around some more so it's not burning. Let me actually see what the next step is, so I'm ahead of the game. Oh, it actually says sprinkle the flour over top of this. So let me do that now. Then it says to stir this around for about a minute. This look crazy, I do know that much. About to lift y'all up so y'all can see a little better into it. Yeah, that look crazy. Probably gonna have to pull this because it tells me to put my chopped tomatoes in and I'm not done chopping them up yet, so I gotta move a little faster as I add in what I already got chopped up and turn it down. Yeah, I could do that. Add in what I already got chopped and then turn it down. I'm turning it down to like 1.2, 1.4. I also gotta add in my broth too, which is 2 cups of that. It's vegetable broth. This is 1 cup. This would be the 2nd cup. I might actually turn it back up to 2. Finish cutting up my tomatoes and let that actually simmer. Give me a little time to finish everything, so it's also not burning. I know that looked crazy in there though. Tomatoes cut up in here. Tells me to add the pepper to this mixture. A teaspoon of salt, which I feel like is a lot of salt, but let's see. Yeah, it says 1 teaspoon of salt, so I'm gonna take this off so I can stick this in here. That straight look like too much salt to me, but I'm gonna put it in there. And it says stir it and let it simmer I'm actually gonna, I turned it down to 2, but I'm gonna turn it back up to 3.5 or maybe 3. See what it does. Because I don't know, yeah, y'all can see it. It don't look like it's doing much of nothing. Yeah, that don't look like it's doing nothing here. So I'm gonna turn it up. Well, I already turned it up to 3. And I'm gonna let it do its thing. And I'll come back and show y'all what it looks like here in a little bit. Alright, so this has been simmering for 15 minutes. It say let simmer for 15 minutes and then take it out and blend it up. So I'm about to get out my old reliable blender that I got from my mama that actually still work. So don't judge me when y'all see it, cause it ain't never steered me wrong. It look crazy too though. But yeah, this is it. I'm gonna cut this off and plug up the blender. And yeah, I'm gonna just like ladle it into here and blend it up. The last thing I'm trying to do is get burnt or hurt. That sounds crazy. It looked good, you know, before it's tomatoey. I think I'm gonna do it a little bit first. Like I said, that was just blazing hot. So boy, that smelled crazy. I wish y'all could smell it. Not crazy as in nasty, but crazy in like it, that smelled good. I'll pour it in here when it's done, so that way I can have some for myself too. I hope it tastes good. I ain't tasted it yet. That's gonna be the real question. I'm trying to get the rest of this in there without burning myself. There we go. That's all in there. I'm gonna mix this one up. See what we get. The crazier thing is that it really smells like tomato soup too. I mean, I know I used all tomatoes in it, but still. Sometimes you get stuff that don't look like the canned stuff that you buy. And it don't smell like it either, but it actually smells like it. So yeah, I'm gonna put some basil in here and stir it up. Said I was going to use heavy whipping cream, but I don't have any, so I'm not using it. Move this here now and mix this around. This is like piping hot. This is what I'm about to put me some in. And I need to take me some croutons. I'm actually gonna leave the lid off of that maybe. Nah, I'm gonna leave it on. This is about to be the taste test moment. I'm about to get the croutons and put them on top of here and dry. I just got the basic seasoned croutons, but yeah. Let me grab me a spoon real quick. I'm probably about to burn my mouth because this is like really hot. I mean, as y'all seen, it just came off the stove, so I didn't give any time in between to let it cool down or nothing, so fresh off the press. Let me show y'all the little croutons I'm gonna put in here. Alright, so I'm gonna stick a few in, probably like 3. Let it soak up some. And I'm about to try it. This croutons is hard. I'm not trying to have crunchy tomato soup. Ooh, that's hot. I just said it was hot and I still even went for it. My brain is not there. The little bit that burnt my tongue tastes good though. That's actually good. Shout out to that Pintrest recipe. That's good. And the croutons add like a little hint of additional flavor to it. I wish it wasn't so hot. I'm sorry. Because I would want to eat all of this right now. That's good. Honestly, with some grilled cheese, this would be way better instead of these croutons. Dip your grilled cheese in this. Phenomenal. I gotta save that Pinterest link for this. Oh, how hot. I may let it cool, but I'm not. That was good. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't use any dairy products in it either. So yeah, this was good. I might eat that whole other that tub right there by myself. 'Cause, it's so hot. You can see the smoke, the steam rolling off of it, can you? I think I can see it in front of me, but boy, it's still piping hot. Well, let me close out this video because y'all don't need to sit here and watch me eat, but I will include in the description below the ingredients and the instructions on how to make it. If I find out how to tag the Pinterest page where I got this recipe from, I'll also put that down in the description because this is actually really good. And I followed everything in the recipe other than the onions. I put everything else in there. But yeah, I rate this a 10 out of 10. Definitely going to be making my own tomato soup because it's honestly cheaper. The only thing that you really pay for if you don't have all the other ingredients at home is the tomatoes themselves and what was the broth. So in broth you can get the size that I got for like $1, and then tomatoes if you get the, I think it's called Roma tomatoes. If you get those, you could probably get 10 of them for maybe like $1.50 as well, and make you some tomato soup. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a fat thumbs up. Again, this is another episode of Cooking with Key. If you like the Cooking with Key episodes, drop a comment down below, say that you love these episodes and you want to see more from me. But again, subscribe to my channel and I'll catch you guys in the next video.